I'm very much interested in on Delphi.
Yeah, no problem. So not required that much interaction. Just a way I'm asking. So if you're aware about like integration side, so it's a little bit easy to like me to teach you the things in integration side as well as in Delphi. If you are like new to integration side, like so you can learn from scratch like what is ESP and right. Uh,
Yeah,
yeah, that's why I'm asking.
yeah, yeah. So,
So generally, like so when yeah, tell me, do you have any questions?
so I spoke to you the other day. I mean, I don't remember if you're the same person or
No, no. Okay.
uh,
Yeah, tell me.
no, wait, yeah, okay. Yeah, yeah, okay.
No, no. Ask me. Like, if you have any questions, you can ask me. No problem.
No, the main agenda of my doing the training is that I need to do the certification which my client
Yeah.
demanded.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
since
like
it,
here, like let me give my so agenda of training. Okay. So, what are
okay,
I will going to cover?
okay,
So here, like I have to cover like uh, one is basic concept. So it is for understanding purpose, basics of like a Delbomi. And the second one
okay,
is like a professional professional development. Like it is advanced concepts, so where I need to cover an advanced patterns. So I need to like I will give you like real-time examples how we are going to handle in using like these patterns. Okay, so basic
okay,
concepts I will cover like what are the steps like what are the steps required to cover to integrate so any applications like basically we have shapes and connectors and execution steps and logic shapes and the connectors we have to like
mm-hmm.
develop integrations like in process like how we are going to develop in process like a PI, right, say SAP PI to achieve
Yeah, yeah,
integration like yeah, the same like in the professional development, we will cover like real-time based scenarios, like how we are going to integrate applications using different patterns. Okay. So here I will
okay,
cover at the same time, like, I will cover like an associate developer as like and a professional developer. I will help you to how to going to achieve these certifications as well. Okay.
okay, okay,
So I will cover and a few topics I will going to cover in API management as well.
okay,
Okay. So Delbumi API menu. So these three things I will cover as of this course. And so along with this, like I will cover like installations of Boomi in local environment.
mm-hmm.
Okay. So this is like I will cover and during this course, like it will take like around 25 to 30 days. Okay. So if we daily if we cover like one and a half hour, like 1 hour. So we'll cover all these topics in 25 days.
Okay. And what would be the timing
Yeah.
daily?
So the same timing like 6:30 to 7:30. So is it okay for you?
Okay.
In IST times, I'm saying like in your time 6:30 means like I think
No, no, right
it
now
is
I'm in
EST,
India.
right?
No, right now I'm in India.
Oh, you're in. Yeah. So I will
Yeah.
cover this topic. Then no problem. 6:30 to 7:30.
Okay.
Yeah. So like generally like I'm going to discuss like if any new guy will come like integration side. We'll explain what is like ESP and why introduction ESP and before that what is legacy model to integrate different applications and what is an EI. So why? Because like you are okay with that, like you are in PI guy, like SAP PI. So you are about you know, right, what is an ESP, what is. But anyway, like I'm going to explain, and
Okay.
after that I will go into cover. Yeah. So coming to like, you know, what is the like enterprise application integrations? Like generally, like why we need to integrate? Okay, so that is a question
Mm.
we need to raise first. So integration is nothing but why we need to integrate different applications, like on day to day, like a daily basis. Okay, so in every organization, right? So we are going to use like so if we have any project, like vast projects, so not any single project, like front end applications, so we have a back end applications. Okay, so what will happen when you have large organizations? We have large businesses will be there. So we have lot of systems are involved in that project. So if you want to exchanging the data between one system to another system, okay. So if we have a need to integrate different applications, like we need to integrate different applications and exchanging the data between one system to another system. So those systems are developed in different, are like in using like developed in different languages. Let's say like if we have one side we are using like different tools or like different applications we are going to develop using like in Java or .NET, whatever it is. So other side and the same organizations, the same project using like different applications, so that is developed by some other languages or some other tools, technologies. So that is like .NET or something, let's say. So not only .NET, like we are going to use like a Salesforce, we are going to use like databases, we are going to use like an FTP, right? So everything we are like, we have different applications, but if we need communication between these two applications, so if you want applications to talk to each other, right? So we need to integrate. So we need some platform or we need some mediation to integrate these technologies. So that is the where that integration will come. Okay. So coming to like integration means like, so whenever we need to integrating like two different applications allows you to communicate each other and exchanging the data between two different applications. That is nothing but integration. So enterprise application integration is nothing but like where we are going to integrating with different enterprise applications. Suppose let's say if you are integrating with like Salesforce, I have a CRM applications. So if you want to integrating with like database, so I have an enterprise application like in Salesforce. I have the same enterprise application integration like in Dynamics, Microsoft Dynamics. How we are going to integrate? Dynamics CRM is Microsoft Dynamics CRM is like Microsoft vendor, and Oracle CRM or Salesforce, it is vendor for Salesforce and Oracle, right? How we are going to integrate these two applications? Yes, they are going to expose their integrations or their services and APIs, REST are like SOAP web services. But even though how we are going to integrate, so still we are going to integrate like how we are going to integrate means like in point to point integration. Means suppose we have Salesforce applications and we have Microsoft Dynamic. So we can integrate right both, but that integration will be called it as like point to point to point. Point to point means only single application we can integrating with other application directly. So there is no mediation in between. Okay. So suppose what will happen in point to point integration means, so in between, suppose let's assume Salesforce have some maintenance issues. So in this case, what will happen when we're communicating with my Salesforce and like Microsoft Dynamics in between? So suddenly, like so Salesforce comes to down, then what will happen? Microsoft Dynamics CRM don't know, so what will happen? So we didn't get any communication. They're thinking like they said, right? So it is like tightly coupled. So there is no mediation between. So one system will like affect something going to affect in one system, so it will be affect to others too. So that is like disadvantages. So if you like your business is growing in your organization, what will happen? So if you have in future, if you want to connect or if you want to add some other system to Dynamics CRM or like in Salesforce CRM. So in this, what will happen again? You need to communicate with like in both systems again. then we need to communicate again like in a point-to-point architecture. So your business is growing, your application will be grown. Then automatically, so the application will be going to be mess around, like everything is a point-to-point. Every system will talk to each other, like this in this like slide. You are seeing right on my screen. So in this will what will happen, right? So the application will grow, the point-to-point interactions will grow. So it will going to be big mess. So in some of this state, so we're not sure like which. Hello, are you there? Are you with me, right?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, then okay. So what will happen? So the integrations are like in the applications will grow, the point-to-point connections will grow. So ultimately, what will happen? The integration mess will happen. We don't know which connection is like disconnected, and if one system will like affected, other systems like affected too. So that is like a disadvantage. Suppose let's assume so one system will got effect or it's go to maintenance. Then what will happen? Other systems not going to interact each other. Why? Because so each system will interacting with others. So that is like legacy systems. So that is a peer-to-peer. So that is like a business criticality. Like when we are going to integrating with like this. So maintenance is like too difficult to maintain these systems. So maintenance myself we're not going to maintain long time. So that is the way service oriented architecture will come. Now service oriented architecture is nothing but so whenever like you're going to implement or like design your applications. So your application it may be like a provider consumer. So that is the way you're going to develop. Maybe you are the provider or you are the consumer. And then means suppose if you are going to like consume some services. So at the time you are a service consumer. So if you want to provide some service to other systems or like an external systems, at the time you are going to act as a like service provider. Means in service oriented architecture, every system will act as a service provider and a service consumer. So that is the base concept of like a service oriented architecture. So in this case, what will happen whenever like your system act as a service provider and service consumer based on the situations, then then we are going to the way you are going to develop your applications that will be like as a consumer as a like a provider. So if you want to provide your applications service, then you are going to way to implement in standard principles you need to follow. So if you want to provide your services to others or you are going to consume other services, so the way your application is designed, like we need to follow some service oriented architecture principles. So principles means we have some standards, so we should follow in service oriented architecture. So that is called like in W3 standards. So we need to implement standard design for like specifications. Like you need to expose your services as a, like an XML format, or you need to expose your services like JSON format. So why? Because so other interfaces like other systems will going to interact easily with the standard formats. So the way you are going to expose or like implement your services. Suppose let's assume we have check balance, we have Google payment gateways, right? So we have Google Pay. So you are going to interacting with multiple applications, like you are going to interacting with like multiple applications, like multiple banks. So how it is possible? Means their systems developed some using some standards. They're going to follow some standards. They're going to expose their services and APIs, or like in REST or like in SOAP web services. Every systems like suppose like we have check balance in Google Pay, right? So every system like every if you like integrating with like a mobile like an ICICI bank, then you're going to add ICICI bank into your Google Pay and we are going to check that balance. At the same time, other banks too, right?